Alright, so in our sample problem here, we have the beam is to support the given load as shown if the F prime C is equal to 28 megapascal, Fy is equal to 276 megapascal, the diameter of stirrups is equal to 10 millimeter, concrete cover is equal to 40 millimeter. Determine the number of 20 millimeter bars to ensure the adequacy of the section. Ibig sabihin lang nito, class, we need to determine how many reinforcements that will fit in our triangular section based on the given loading conditions and also in our beam. What we have here is a simple supported beam with a uniform load, and our uniform load consists of two load cases, which is the uniform dead load, which is 10 kilonewton per meter, and a uniform live load, which is 6 kilonewton per meter. And we have a span of 7 meters. Okay, so paano ngayon tayo magde-design for this one? Okay, so first step natin or under ng preliminary steps here is we need to determine the effective depth. Okay, so obviously yung effective depth natin dito, best to assume that our main reinforcement is under a single layer. So we can determine the location of the centroid using the concrete cover, diameter of stirrups, and then the half of the main reinforcements. Okay? So doing this one, which is 500, by the way, yung height natin dito ng ating triangular section, this is 500 millimeters. So we can subtract it from our location of centroid. 40 plus 10 plus 20 over 2. So our effective depth here is 440 millimeters. Okay? And then, let's solve na rin yung ating beta 1 or the stress block factor, which is using this condition, which is relying on the value of our F prime C. So our F prime C here is 28 megapascal. So that the value for our beta 1, this is now equal to 0.85. Okay? Now, let's have the design strength bending moment. Since hindi directly given yung ating ultimate bending moment sa ating sample problem, we need to determine it. And one of the ways or one of the techniques para malaman natin yun is kunin muna natin yung maximum bending moment based on the given beam support natin, which is the simple supported beam. Okay? But first, we need to determine what is the design uniform load, which is, since ang load cases lang natin dito is dead load and live load, so we will use here the 1.2 dead load and the 1.6 live load. Substituting it, which is 1.2 times 10 plus 1.6 times 6. So makukuha natin dito ultimate uniform load is now being 21.6 kilonewton per meter. So now we can now determine what is our ultimate load. So our ultimate load here is, since giving nga dito is simply supported beam, we will use the formula for the simply supported beam, which is WL squared over 8. So simply substituting it, which is equal to 21.6 times 7 raised to 2 over 8. So our design moment here is now being 132.3 kilonewton meter. Ibig sabihin lang po yan na po yung gagamitin natin sa design natin para sa ating mga reinforcement under this triangular section. Ngayon, one of the preliminary givens na kailangan nating i-consider dito is the computation of the gross area. Very important yan, lalo na sa magiging steel area limits natin later on. Ibig sabihin lang nito ng gross area is hanggang saan yung sakop ng ating effective depth. Okay? So since assume natin na yung taas ay compression and yung nasa baba ay tension, so ang concern lang natin dito is yung location nung ating effective depth, which is we already computed here as per 140 millimeter. Ibig sabihin lang po niyan, yan po yung sakop ng ating gross area. So that, para makuha natin ang ating gross area, we need to determine the area of this triangle. Okay? So please take note na yung ating area of the triangle here, actually in terms of base and height, they are very similar. Ibig sabihin po niyan, yung height ng ating gross area, which is the effective depth, best to assume that this base here for our gross area is also effective depth. So that if we will substitute it, this is now equal to 1/2 times squared of the effective depth. Kasi nga, parehas lang yung ating ratio nung ating original base and height, which is 500. So best to assume here that your base here under this gross area is still the effective depth. So substitute lang natin para makuha lang natin dito yung exact value for our gross area, which is 96,800 square millimeters. Okay? So yan na yung ating preliminary step. Next preliminary step that we need to consider here, since uniform yung ating cross-section, let's determine the area of compression block. Wala tayo dito magiging cases ng case number 1 and case number 2 in terms of the height of A. Kasi nga, consistent nga siyang triangle hanggang sa dulo. Okay? So, isang compression block lang ipapakita ko sa inyo, which means that we need to determine also itong area na ito, the area of compression block. So, yung area of compression block natin dito, ang height natin dito ay the value of A. So, which is, we will use the same formula for the triangle, 1/2 base times height. And then, ang next na natin dito, of course, is yung kanyang area in terms of this figure natin. So, what we need to do here, same lang nung ginawa natin sa ating gross area. This is 1/2 times the base multiplied by the height of rectangular stress block or yung value ng ating A, which is this one. Kaso ang problema nga lang, kailangan in terms of A, yung magiging formula natin sa ating area of compression block. What we need to do here, let's prove it using ratio and proportion. And lumalabas naman dito na yung ating area of compression is this one. Okay? However, once again, yung ating value ng x na nandito, probably later on kasi, kapag sinubstitute natin tong base and height kasi class, possible rin na A rin yung lalabas. Kasi nga, alam naman natin na yung base natin is 500, yung height natin is 500 also. So, ang lalabas sa kanya is 1, which is x times A. Later on, we can already substitute dito sa na-derive nating area of compression block. But we will leave this as is. Okay. So, next procedure na tayo. So, we can now calculate for our still area limits. Of course, we will start with the maximum condition, which is, ang ginawa ko lang dito class is yung still ratio at the maximum condition, minultiply ko lang sa gross area. Okay? So, substitute natin lahat ng given so that yung lalabas na still area at the maximum condition, this is now equal to 3,040.783 square millimeter. Okay? So, yan yung maximum value natin. For our minimum value, actually, ganun din, no? Kaya lang, in terms of area, yung kakomputin natin. Okay? So, substitute lang yung ating mga values here so that our first minimum still area, this is now equal to 463.965 square millimeter. And for our second minimum still area, which is under this derived formula, and substitute natin once and for all, so ang makukuha natin ditong second minimum still area, this is now equal to 491.014 square millimeter. Okay? So yan na yung magiging still limits natin later on. And also class, please take note na ganun din yung gagawin natin for our minimum still ratio. Minimum still area, which is we need to determine what is the largest among those two na nakuha natin. And ang lumalabas nga dito is equal to 494.014 square millimeter. Ibig sabihin ng po niyan, doon sa next step natin, we need to check later on this condition. Ideally, yung ating actual still area should not be exceed dito sa ating maximum still area natin. Which is our next step, we need to solve for the actual still area. Okay? So, we will start using this formula. Okay? Yung ating ultimate moment natin, this is now equal to our nominal bending moment and then multiply sa ating strength reduction factor. However, sa ating nominal strength, kung mapapansin ninyo, itong moment arm natin, okay, this is only applicable lang sa triangle. Kasi yung ating location ng actual compression for this area of compression natin, somewhere here, dito. Ibig sabihin, yung height dito sa kanyang centroid, this is 2/3 of the height of our A. So that, kapag kinuha mo ngayon yung ating moment arm dito, so isusubtract mo lang yung effective depth and then yung location ng ating centroid. That's why ito yung naging moment arm niya itself. Okay? Now, palitan naman natin yung ating area of compression. So our area of compression would be this one. Okay? So now, what we can do here is let's substitute yung mga nakuha nating values. Okay? So please take note, kapag tayo ay nasa design, dapat naka times 10 raised to 6 yung ating moment. Okay? Kasi para at least yung nasa kabila, this is in terms of Newton millimeter din yung conversion dito sa ating ultimate moment. So that yung value ng ating A, this is now equal to 200.898 millimeters. Okay? Ngayon, meron na tayong value ng A. Meron na rin tayong mga limits natin. So, pagdating natin sa equilibrium condition or equilibrium compatibility, dito na rin natin pwedeng hanapin yung ating actual still area. Okay? Kaya dito tayo mag-ending for our design dahil nga yung essential natin for the value of A, we can substitute lalo na pagdating natin ng area of compression. Okay, so in-expand ko lang yung ating formula and then sinubstitute ko lang respectively according to our conditions earlier. Isa lang yung ating unknown dito, which is area of steel or steel area natin for our tension. So steel area natin, this is now equal to 1,740.166 square millimeter. Ibig sabihin lang po niyan, we can now compare doon sa ating mga limits, which is this one. Okay? So, kung mapapansin ninyo, in comparison with our minimum steel area, hindi po bumaba ng 491.014 square millimeter yung ating actual steel area. Ibig sabihin lang po niyan, okay po yun. However, in comparison with our maximum steel area, hindi rin po siya lumagpas. Ibig sabihin lang po niyan, class, our given section here is good for the singly reinforced beam. Ngayon, we can now determine how many reinforcements of the rebar that we will use, which is same lang nun sa ating rectangular beam. So what you need to do here is you need to divide your total steel area sa isang area ng 20 millimeter diameter. So which is this one. So substitute lang natin. So ang makukuha nating number of reinforcements here, this is now equal to 5.539. So of course, ayaw natin ng may butal. Let's round it up to the 6 pieces of 20 millimeter diameter. Ibig sabihin lang po niyan, galing doon sa ating simple supported beam with a uniform load. So ang de-design na natin dito ay 6 pieces of 20 millimeter diameter.